I don't understand, Ravi Srivastava, why the AAP isn't on this debate, why this couldn't have been denied emphatically by the Chief Minister himself. Bhagwant Mann came to Delhi, met Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal in the past has spoken of Bhagwant Mann's promises of moving away from alcohol. Lufthansa's statement accepts that there's a delay, doesn't directly say that Bhagwant Mann wasn't deplaned. There are lots of mysterious gaps in this story. Do you think Bhagwant Mann's past record of having a problem with alcohol is now becoming a central point of his chief ministership?
Rahul, first of all, drinking in private or in personal capacity is not a crime under any penal code as such, right? The other thing is that I think we should come out of his past image, whatever was built up in that when he was a parliament member or when he was in other forums. So I think it is, I think it's only a slanderous campaign to malign the image of Punjab Chief Minister. The opposition is totally rattled because the way past election has put them on a marginal space with the 92 MLAs. I think they are finding every opportunity and clinging upon.
No, but here's the thing. Given how quick Aam Aadmi Party is in responding to the news cycle, and the fact that Bhagwant Mann did put out a video today talking about a trust vote on the 22nd, a vote of confidence that nobody's really asked for, he could have just come out and said, I put my hand on my heart and I say, I wasn't deplaned because I wasn't drunk. He hasn't said that. There's a delay.
Rahul,
the delay is unexplained. Bhagwant Mann or Kejriwal himself haven't come and said, this isn't true.
I totally disagree with you. I think there is does not need any explanation. That, what you expect someone to say, no, I was not drunk, I was not deplaned. Why should he say so? Did you find out? You investigate, you probe that what was the reason? Airline has clearly said it that the reason for delay were beyond their control. It was due to the inbound flight was delayed. So why should the Aam Aadmi Party, or for that matter Bhagwant Mann, or for that matter Arvind Kejriwal should come on board and say, no, he was not drunk, he was sober, the flight was delayed, he was unwell, the flight was changed and the aircraft was changed, he travelled by the other aircraft.
Okay,
so
let Arshpreet Khadiar respond to this. Ravi Srivastava says there is no need for an explanation. Lufthansa's statement talks about there being a technical problem, the incoming flight being delayed, nothing about Bhagwant Mann being inebriated. And why should Bhagwant Mann come out and give a clarification? AAP has said he wasn't drunk. If you have any evidence, prove it. All the Congress and the Akalis have are some salacious statements made by people on social media without a shred of evidence to back what they're saying.
See, there's never smoke without fire. And number two, I think just because something has not been witnessed or seen by us does not mean that the incident hasn't happened in the first place.
It doesn't mean that it's happened either.
Of course,
it doesn't mean it's happened either.
Rahul, I'm coming to that, Rahul. Allow me the time. So therefore, there are many incidents that happen, throughout the country. Just because we do not see them doesn't mean that they're not happening in the first place. However, that is a matter of inquiry. And, I happen to be a lawyer myself. I practice the Supreme Court and the Punjab and the High Court. So I can tell you this thing, that this does not involve an ocular account. This does not involve, some direct evidence, but there is definitely a chain of circumstances, which is circumstantial evidence, which is called in the law. So
no, but if you are a lawyer, no smoke without fire is not a legal argument. That's a rhetorical argument. No, where is the evidence apart from a few random social media posts where this charge is leveled, and some of those people who leveled the charges later deleted those social media posts, and that makes it even more mysterious. When they're leveling the charge, they're deleting that charge. If you're a lawyer of any repute, smoke without fire is hardly a legal argument, Arshpreet.
One, I'm not in the court, Rahul. I'm not in the court. I'm not addressing a judge. Please understand that. And number two, I'm coming to the chain if you would allow me the time, because you've already interrupted me twice in one answer. So please hear me out. Number one, the flight was delayed without a question. Everybody knows that. Mr. Mann went there and the luggage was taken out. Everybody knows that. Three, there is a history. Everybody knows that. And number four, he has been questioned and there have been posts, even though they have been deleted. It's a chain of circumstances you see. So therefore, Aam Aadmi Party that writes down everything and gives it, that this person is losing, which is all about evidence and, cogent things and everything, they should come up and they should basically show a health certificate that, see, this was the problem that we were dealing with. That's why we had to deboard. Or what they could also do is they could throw a challenge at us in order to prove us wrong and undergo a drug test. Everybody would know if it was true or not. Because Aam Aadmi Party has a habit of writing down things and throwing challenges at other people and other parties. Now would be the best time, because there are people who are questioning the Aam Aadmi Party as to why did the BMW fiasco happen in the first place when Mr. Mann was there, because Mr. Mann apparently said that the BMW manufacturing unit was coming.
No, that's a different matter. I'm on the issue of exactly alcohol at this moment.
But people are questioning it.
Now this is the larger problem, Ravi Srivastava, and I can tell our viewers that in the past, in the 2017 Assembly election campaign, I personally was made to wait for several hours by candidate Bhagwant Mann because he had had too much alcohol the last night and it took him a certain amount of time to get it together, bring himself together the next morning. So an interview which was scheduled for 10 a.m. actually happened around 1 or 2. But that is in the past, according to Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party, and they're saying that now this is a new Kejriwal, this is a new AAP, this is a new Bhagwant Mann, and that he's no longer got this problem with alcohol.